Hey guys, welcome back! In my vegan chili video, I said I will show you how to make this kind of bun. We call it bing. It's kind of Chinese pancake. It's pretty easy. Come on, check it out. Let's make the dough first. Add some sugar in warm water. Mix well, then add in yeast. By the way, do you know yeast is actually fungus? Super interesting, right? Let it sit a little bit to make sure all these little guys are awake. Add some salt into flour. About half teaspoon. Mix a little bit, then make a hole in the center of the flour mountain. Then add in the liquid into flour. Next, form them into a dough. Here's a simple ratio to make a yeast dough. Normally, the flour to yeast ratio can be 100 to 1. With this ratio, you can make most of the yeast dough. There are some exceptions though. For example, baguette, which requires way less yeast. This is a pretty soft dough. You don't need to knead the dough too much. When you don't see dry flour, just leave there for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, come back to knead the dough for about 1 minute. You can see the dough is much easier to handle and get smooth very fast. Then cover it and let it rise to double of the size. Come back in about 2 hours. Then punch the dough and get the big air bubbles out. Take the dough and separate it into 5 small portions. Shape them into a ball, then press a little bit. Cover them with plastic wrap so they don't get dry. Heat up a big pan, add in some oil. Then let's go roll the dough. Roll the dough to about 2 milliliter thin. If you let this small dough to rest for 15 minutes, it will be easier to process. But it's fine if you don't want to wait. Then lift it up with rolling pin or your hand. Try to place it as flat as possible. Then put on the lid, cook with medium heat for about 1 minute. This way we can lock the steam so the dough won't get super dry. Also, it helps the dough to form some small bubbles. Then flip it over. Look at all these bubbles. Put the lid back and cook until both sides look golden brown. It tastes better if you put a little bit more oil on this side too. But due to my husband's strict diet, I try to use as less oil as possible. This one should be ready. Here comes another one. See? Use your palm, it's so much easier. See the steam accumulating in the pan slowly. You can feel yeast, water, heat, and time. All these elements are working together to make us great food. That's why I like cooking. You don't need anything fancy or complicated. Simple and nice, this is life. See, more bubbles. We call them little pockets. Sometimes we put chili or other sauce inside these little pockets. Just cook all 5 small dough with same method. Got a huge pocket here. There's no sugar in the recipe. However, when you chew it, you can feel it's getting sweeter and sweeter since the starch in flour are decomposed into maltose. That's why even plain bun or rice can give you sweet taste. That's the simple surprise food can bring us. This is today's video. Please hit the subscribe and like button if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you next time.